Taurus, and welcome to your mid-month check-in reading. We are going to be doing a quick check-in for the month of February to see how your sign is tracking, to see what other information you need to know as well. Now, before we get into today's reading, I want to say a massive thank you to the user MS for suggesting, or should I just say posting their suggestion in the comments. Those are really helpful because it helps me understand what y'all want more of on this channel, and it helps kind of me figure out like what to steer this channel towards. So MS's main suggestion had to do with romance and passion without it being too explicit and sexualized, which I thought was really interesting. So we had a pretty good I feel like I got a lot of helpful information, but for today's video, why am I saying radio? For today's video, we can't get that in depth. We're just going to have to do a quick check-in. So I'm going to focus your reading mostly on romance and passion for the remainder of February, and then we're going to see what else Spirit wants you to know about your life in general as we close this month, this short month. So Taurus, please, Spirit, what can Taurus expect when it comes to romance and passion for the rest of February? What can Taurus expect when it comes to romance and passion for the rest of February, please, Spirit? And the card for you is the Magician. Taurus, what are you doing? You are incredible over here. We also have the Five of Wands coming out in the reverse position for you. Wow, you got to see it to believe it, apparently. So you're very capable. You're showing up as someone who is very capable, very powerful. You, especially when you work with others, you may be collaborating with people in February to create something. But what I'm seeing here is like okay, so now we have the Ace of Cups reversed. I am seeing challenges for you with this Five of Wands. So when it comes to romance and passion, some of y'all feel like you're in competition or like you're not getting enough attention for the efforts that you're giving. You may be pursuing someone who is just not giving you back what you feel for them. And I think that what's going on here with romance and passion is you are showing up as a magician, which means that you have so much to offer, you have so much to bring, and you have so much power in your romantic situation. I'm seeing that you have the potential to attract a lot of different people your way, but the person that you seem to be very focused on, you seem to want to win them over in a specific way for the rest of the month. Now, for those of you who have been there and tried that, I'm getting another message that y'all are finally letting go of someone who was not worth your energy because they made you feel like you were another number on their list, or you're letting go of a situation that had you feel like you had to compete in order to be the person that this person needs rather than the person that they want. It feels like as we close this month, your biggest advice when it comes to romance and passion is that you have this romantic flair to you. You seem to be very capable of creating a really significant event before the month of February closes. You're really being called to channel your confidence towards those who are deserving of your efforts. And it seems that you'll be working with other people to help you achieve what you want to achieve before the end of the month. So when it comes to romance, if you're single, I see that a friend or like a family member will be helping you kind of meet more people or use your romantic flair to like get attention in the right ways. You may go on like a lunch date with a friend and they kind of build your confidence up enough for you to approach someone that you find interesting. I see that if you're in a relationship, you and your partner need to kind of read each other well in order for your efforts to be recognized and in order for them to understand that the end of February or closing this month out is you trying to take a big step in your relationship and be recognized for the amount that you contribute to the relationship as well. And if you're in a weird situationship with someone and you just don't know where you're at with them, it feels like the end of this month is kind of your breaking point, sweets, because you're showing up as someone who could have anything that they want if they put their mind to it. And you're dealing with a situation where it's like, okay, so what do I do here? This situation isn't going to change, or this person isn't going to change. Maybe I need to start looking at other options and finding what else is out there. I see that when it comes to romance and passion, you're being called to have like a practical plan and to get others to help you with this. Use your friends, use your family to meet people or to get a meeting with a specific person. and really kind of pivot off the confidence of those you trust in order to go ahead with something that you've been wanting when it comes to romance and passion. Is there anything that I have missed, Spirit? Is there anything else you want Taurus to know about romance and passion for the rest of February? We have the Ten of Cups. So you deserve this happy ending and so much more. I feel like Spirit is trying to say that, like, this is out there, this exists, and you will get the right outcome if your efforts are being recognized by the right person. And what I mean by right person is that the right person will notice that they haven't been giving you enough, and they will correct that and work with you. It feels like some of y'all are collaborating with your life partner. This could be a very small percentage, collaborating with a life partner who is just a bit lost and not as romantic as you are, or wasn't expecting this big sort of show of interest. Yeah, we got the Two of Cups falling out now. Wasn't expecting this big show of interest, and now this has sort of helped to rekindle the spark that was lacking. They're going to pull their weight and collaborate with you on whatever it is that you want for your happy ending. I feel like y'all are in your feels. It's towards the end of February, and if you're dealing with someone who cannot give you love back, it's going to really hurt. But for most of you, it seems like your confidence really brings new passion, but I want to say more of an emotional connection to whoever you're dealing with. You being confident and like working with others to get this plan or this idea in action seems to help you really emotionally connect with someone. Yeah, it feels like you have a chance to do something over here with an ant. Do something over and do it in the way that you want, even if it's not really the way that you expected or it's not exactly what you had hoped for. This is an interesting message. Okay, Mike Tyson in the building. This is an interesting message because it feels like you put a lot of pressure on yourselves to make this a special moment. The end of this month has got to do with you creating your version of relationship success in the way that you want. And I feel like you're doing this for the long term, but it's not exactly as you expected. So it's a little bit different. You know, you got to be a little bit more creative potentially and just flexible with the way that you do this. I still firmly believe that a family member or a friend is going to help you out on this one as well. I hope that makes sense for you, Taurus. It's an interesting message for the rest of February, and I feel like it's an interesting message or topic to address because it clearly divides your group into many fractures, depending on whether you're in a relationship, you're single, or you're dealing with an inconsistent situationship energy. That is obviously a topic that fractures your group a little bit, but I hope that there was messages in there that were helpful for you for the rest of February. Let's now quickly check to see what else you can expect, what you need to focus on. Spirit, what does Taurus need to know about their end of February in general? What does Taurus need to know about their end of February in general, Spirit? What does Taurus need to know? We have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. What does Taurus need to know about the rest of February, Spirit? What does Taurus need to know about the rest of February? Oops. Hi, welcome. We have the Six of Wands in the upright. Might just get one more card. What else does Taurus need to know about the rest of their February, Spirit? Rest of Taurus. We have the Devil. Okay, so Capricorn could be playing a significant role. Otherwise, y'all have this sort of addictive, obsessive behavior around you. The Devil doesn't automatically mean that you're out of control and you have no, grounding in the situation. It can sometimes just represent indulgence and you kind of using other things instead of addressing elephants in the room, like a scapegoat situation. I love that analogy. So what I'm seeing here is You need to be aware of your self-care as we close this month. Your time alone is very important, and prioritizing time to really build your confidence this whole February month is important, because I see that when you operate well, your efforts are successful. So if you're looking after yourself, you're doing what makes you feel good about yourself, taking care of yourself physically, and also taking care of what means a lot to you, whether that's a hobby, an interest, or maybe you are proud of your career. As long as you're really making time for the things that you are interested in and invested in, your efforts towards other things will run smoothly, because it's about building your confidence up. I do see you experiencing success over here. I see the success earning you recognition, and people are going to be wanting more of your attention. What is this success about, Spirit? I feel like it puts you in a position to gloat a little bit and gets you recognized by the public. The High Priestess. This has to do with something that you've already set in place. Something you may have been working on in the background is finally getting recognized publicly. The other thing about the High Priestess is this could have to do with you channeling a hidden talent, or really working on a hustle that is finally coming to light. Like, it feels like it's not something that everybody was aware of, but your effort, your hard work, and the amount that you've been putting, the amount of energy you've been putting into this on the side is going to pay off in the month of February. It feels like some people may be reaching out to you because of this, wanting to know more. You've got this mystery around you though, and I think that's part of the allure. People like that they don't know everything about how this came into fruition. Yeah, mystery sells is what I heard. Mystery sells. So you shouldn't just be a one-trick pony in this situation. The more mysterious you appear to be, and the less telling you are, the more successful you will be as well. I'm hearing keep your feet grounded. That's why that self-care is important too. Focus on the overall plan here when it comes to this success. With the Devil, I just want to clarify it really quickly, Spirit. What else does Taurus need to know about the Devil card? Can we clarify a specific message for Taurus? It has to do with your relationships. Ow! Okay, so this isn't too bad. Yeah, okay. So I'm seeing that when it comes to your relationships, y'all may have like a long-term plan with somebody, and you're being temporarily shown an unsavory situation with them, and it's a small bump in the road that you will get through, but it does make you feel like they're the bad guy, and everything that you hoped for and were working towards with them no longer counts. I feel like you just need to let your frustrations out, vent, rant to someone you love and trust, and then get back on that relationship swing with them, because whoever this is, they are going to come around. It just feels like your relationship takes like a temporary setback towards the end of the month, and it could be because of this. You may be dealing with someone romantically who you just feel isn't appreciating you the way you want, but you know in your heart that there's someone that is worth investing love into. They're just maybe having a bad month, and it's reflecting in your relationship. This might not be romantic at all. It could be a friend as well. Or it could be a family member who's just going through things. But I think with the Devil here, we're painting them out to be the bad guy, and we may have the tendency to sabotage our connection with them, when actually it's a fairly solid connection. It feels like a connection that is just having a setback by an opportunity being kind of delayed or put on hold. Somebody's not giving enough into this situation when it comes to our emotional needs, and we're really kind of like trying to cling to our commitment to this person while also being very triggered by what is happening in that situation. It could be a binding feeling too, like you're struggling to kind of get your needs met, so you're having to seek fulfillment in other ways, and it feels a bit devilish, right? It's kind of like giving me the vibes of someone who is craving physical intimacy, but they can't get that from their person, so they're thinking about sleeping with other people, or they're thinking about watching more porn, you know, like for lack of a better example. Sorry, that's a really weird example, but that's what I'm picking up on here. Just as an example, it's not going to resonate for everybody. It's like you can't get your emotional needs met where it matters, so you're seeking other ways of fulfillment. Spirit, is there any closing advice for Taurus for the end of February to close their reading? Is there any other closing advice? Your closing advice is to be patient with yourself and the ones that you love as we close this month. They're definitely showing us sides of them that require compassion compassion and patience. And it feels like you're being called to give yourself space to have outlets. Like, I'm actually seeing that for someone here that you really care about, you may need to just write down your feelings and bring it to them, bring that little letter to them later when they're more able to digest and understand what you need to say to them. But it does feel like your past is kind of creeping back up on you here. And these are things that we have worked through in terms of feelings, maybe doubts. You are dealing with a lot of people in February that you really love and care about, but they need your patience and compassion as we close this month. And I think that you really need to spend a lot of time on yourself, really fulfilling your own needs, especially when it comes to your emotions, and understanding the people that you're working with better. It feels like you're getting the worst sides of someone that you really care about and respect and want a future with, but unfortunately they're showing you a side to them that is making you doubt all of that. So have patience, have compassion, and write that emotional letter to that person. Share it with them when you know they're in a better place to receive your heartfelt message and thoughts. Taurus, that's what I'm seeing for you. I hope that was a helpful mid-month check-in. I hope that that did tick your boxes, especially you, MS. Thank you so much for your suggestion again. I'm wishing you all a prosperous and abundant, successful, confident, because we'll add that in there for y'all group, February. Happy Valentine's Day, and I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye.